Nice. So this is Thursday morning vinyasa. We're starting our class with our favorite grounding oil. I'm using patchouli, but like I said, you could be using balance or cedarwood. I'm just going to start the class just by holding the bottle for a moment, letting your consciousness come back into your body. Feel the weight of your body on whatever you're sitting on. See if you can soften your eyes and use your energy body. See if you can tune in to what's inside your hand. Consider for a moment all the many hands that have gone in to prepare the oil that's sitting in your hands. From the people that have grown the product, grown the raw material, and then harvested it, the place that distilled it, maybe the country that it comes from and the soil of that region, the lifestyle of those people. And then land in your own body holding that oil. And open the lid and take a breath in from the bottle. Good. Then run your finger just along the edge of the bottle so you've got some of the oil on your fingers. And hold it underneath your nose and breathe it in. Notice where it lands inside you. Good. Then taking your favorite oil, I'm going to sit on my chair so you can see what I'm doing. Use your favorite oil to apply a little bit, just a little drop to the top of your feet. And massage it into the tops of your feet. So as we're working through a practice that's designed to enable us to feel our connection with the earth, we're not going to put it on the soles of our feet because we'll be standing and we don't want to be sliding everywhere on our mat. Then go on and close the lid. Can leave your bottle somewhere safe. And then sit back on your chair so your feet are on the ground and you can feel the support of the back. Rest your palms in your lap. Then take a long full breath in through your nose, drink it down into the belly. Draw further breath up into your chest. Hold for a count and then release. Do that 2 more times, breathing into the belly, chest, hold and release. One last time. Bring your hands to your heart, palms down. And with this tenderness, love of yourself, set your intention for the practice. Maybe to cultivate some more space for yourself today. Maybe so you can show up for your loved ones and yourself as your best, calmest. And let your hands slide down into your lap. Bring your awareness back to your feet. Feel the chair supporting you and imagine that the chair is an extension of your legs. And using your breath and your imagination, I want you to visualize roots from your feet and from the chair pressing down into the earth. Feel the roots of your own body pressing down into the earth receiving you, like she does receive the roots of seeds that are taking their place inside her. Feel your roots pressing down and the earth receiving you and drawing you down as deep as you're willing to go. And just for the next 30 seconds, feel the effect of gravity on your body. Notice any part of your body that's resisting this natural force. And then gently blink your eyes open. Really nice. Lean forward on your chair so your feet are flat and your feet are a little wider than your hips with your hands on your knees. As you inhale, lift your gaze up towards the sky and arch your back. And as you exhale, bring your chin to your chest, draw your navel to your spine and curl back in. So we're doing a seated cat and cow. Inhale. Exhale. Take a few more like that. I'm just going to move to my side. Now, if you know you're really flexible in your lumbar spine, can you engage your abdominals to lengthen the upper chest, the upper back, and draw your shoulder blades together behind you, keeping the nape of your neck long. And then when you exhale, press the lungs between the shoulder blades, bring your chin to your chest, and soften the tops of your shoulders. Keep going in your own time, using your hands on your knees like little hooks, helping you to stay upright. Nice. After your last round, come to neutral. Really nice. So with your feet anchored on the earth, bring your right hand down to the chair and your left hand down by your side. As you inhale, reach your left arm up and over your head and take a side bend to the right. Now it's really easy to dump all your weight into that left side. Use your right hand with a little bit of energy and imagine your right side waist getting as big as a stretch as the left. Maybe you look down at the floor. If your neck feels okay, take your gaze up towards the sky. And with your next inhalation, lift that left arm, lift the body, bring your left hand down to the side of the chair. Take the right hand up in a long sweeping motion over to the left. Now at the same time, can you anchor the right hip down too? So there's two opposing forces. One's pressing down and the other is reaching up. Breathe into the side waist, opening the ribs. Nice, and use the next inhalation to lift your body back up. Really, really lovely. Bring your left hand over to your right knee and use your right hand onto the back of your chair. As you're here, that same motion of pressing the hips down, roll your tailbone down to the floor, anchor your feet, and see if you can lift your head. Feel the sideways cinch in towards the ceiling so the spine is long. Then as you exhale, move your navel, your tummy, your shoulders, your chin, and look over your right shoulder. Soften your gaze and feel your body breathing. Think about the length of your spine as you're breathing here. See if you can feel the back of your left lung and the front of your right lung expanding inside the anatomical resistance. And leave your shoulders where they are. Just turn your gaze forward and then look over your left shoulder. Feel the side of your right neck and chest open. And then with your next inhale, bring everything back to center, resting your hands on your knees. Soften your gaze and take a full breath in. Feel the difference inside the two halves of your body just with that simple twist. We're going to swap sides. Right hand to the left knee, left hand to the top of the chair behind you. Take a moment to feel the spine get longer. And then as you exhale, twist to your left. Tummy, chest, shoulders, chin and eyes. At any time during your practice, you're twisting and feeling like you're getting shorter, pull out of it and feel for the length and then come into the twist. Let's leave your shoulders where they are. Turn your gaze forward and look over your other shoulder. Still working with that same long full breath. Nice. And then gently release both hands onto your knees. Notice the difference in your body as you're breathing and the heaviness on the ground. Really nice. Take the knees a little wider with your hands on your legs. As you breathe in, feel the chest feel open with your breath. As you exhale, bring your belly forward in between your legs. Leave your hands on your knees. Can you let your head get heavy towards the earth? Then as you inhale, roll back up. Press with your hand. Think of your spine like a rope. Inhale, let the chest fill up. Exhale, fold forward. That same breath in presses you up. Open through the chest. One last time. Exhale, fold forward. And then inhale, bring the body back up. Nice work. Heel and toe your feet back in line with your knees. Hi, George. Pick up your right leg. Put your foot onto your left knee. Using your thumbs, massage the sole of your foot. See if you can get into all the little tight places inside that foot. Using your thumbs to separate the flesh. You might even like to get into the heel and give your shin a squeeze and your calf. Good. And if that feels nice, use your fingers and see if you can place them in between each toe. And then with your fingers in between your toes, see if you can roll the foot around. So you're stretching the fascial lines in between the toes. Let it feel good for yourself. Maybe you can get the webbing of your fingers all the way down towards the webbing of your toes. Beautiful. And release your hands. See if you can pick up your leg and gently rock the baby. So each of us are going to have different shaped hip bones and different things going on. I want you to think about the hip socket. If that feels okay, maybe you can embrace your leg like you would a child with the blade of your foot into the crook of your elbow, and you can again rock the baby here. Wherever you are, maybe you can soften your gaze and move into it. Maybe you rock forward. Feel it. Feel what's going on in the hip there. Hug the leg in if your body lets you. Nice. Then release your foot back down onto that left knee. Give a little bit of activity in the foot so the toes draw back towards the shin. Feel both of your hips even on the ground and start to bring the belly to your shin. Pause when it gets a little tight. Take a breath and then see if you can lower down a little further. Now you can go as low as it feels good for you. Some of us might just rest the shin, the forearms on the shin. Some of us might bring the hands down to the floor. It's completely up to you. And then take 5 full breaths in here. Your left foot is anchored, your body is stable. The flesh of your right thigh is rolling up and over the bones towards the outside of the body. And use your next inhale to lift yourself back up. See if you can take your foot in your hands and extend the leg out. Doesn't matter how far it goes. Now, if holding onto your foot feels too strong, you can hold on to your shin or your ankle. We just want to feel where the hamstrings are today. Nice. And see if you can move your leg to the outside of your side and hug your leg back behind you. So it's going to travel back past the body if possible. So this is the external. So arm on the outside, Libby. Yep, and the leg in between your shoulder and your body, if possible. That's it, good. Really nice, Really, really nice. This foot now may be able to find your chair. Good. Now with this next round, if this gets a little too strong, you can bring your foot down to the floor. Similar to the twist we did earlier, you're going to use your left arm to wrap around your leg, hug it in, and the right hand to the chair behind you, climbing up your spine, and again twist over to the right. If it's within your practice to bring your arm to the outside of the leg, you can go there. But what I want you to feel is that we're not collapsing forward. Think about the body lifting up and this right hip rolling down towards the floor. Now there's a little contraction here. As you're breathing, the anatomical resistance of your shape is actually going to create resistance in your breath. I want you to breathe into the resistance of your right side. Now we're massaging the organs of elimination. This is your descending colon that we're working with. So we're hydrating the part of our body that helps us eliminate toxins from ourselves. And as you inhale, bring your body back to center. Return your foot down to the floor. Good, and pausing in between just to feel the difference in both sides. Really nice. Let's take up the other leg. Foot onto your ankle, onto your knee, and massage the sole of that foot. Make sure you get into all those tender places. And from there, you can put your fingers in between the toes and roll out the ankle. Let it feel good for yourself. So as far down as you want to get your fingers, stretching the muscles. Awesome. Good job. And gently release the foot. Can you pick it up and cradle the leg? Paying attention to what's going on in the ball and socket joint. You don't want to feel this in the knee. And if that feels okay, you might be able to put your foot into the crook of your elbow and rock the thigh out. It's called rocking the baby. And once you spend some time rocking it out, I'm just going to get a little still here. There's still little micro movements inside the body. Maybe there's a rock forward or from side to side. Hugging the leg in as close as your body feels comfortable. And using your exhalation to return your foot to your knee. Slight little activity here. And the shins parallel to the floor. As much as you need to, maybe the leg, your bottom leg needs to be forward a little further for you to find some more comfort. Let the tummy come forward. Pause when you start to feel the stretch. Breathe. And then have a sense that it's actually your tummy wanting to lay itself down, not your chest. Got 5 breaths here. And use your inhale to roll your body back up to center. Let's pick up that leg, place your foot onto the edge of the knee. Now remember, if the twist gets too strong, you can do the same thing with your hand on that leg and twist in this direction instead. Otherwise, using your thigh deep into your side body, wrap your arm around your leg, feel for the length of your body as you breathe in, left hand onto the chair, and then move the torso towards the leg. Anyone can go a little deeper, you can raise that right arm, bring it to the outside of the leg, making a stop sign. Either way, we want to feel that the sternum can move away from the belly button. So if you're collapsing forward, come out and feel for the length of your body. Nice. And inhale, gently release. Turn your gaze forward and release both feet down to the floor. Good. We're going to change things up from here. Come to standing. Move your chair so that the high back is towards you. And take a step back with your right leg and bring your knee down to the ground. So we're in a lunge position. If you're unstable, leave your hands on your chair. Otherwise, bring your hands to your hips. Feel for the hip bones. If your right hip is drawing back, I want you to bring this hip forward. So both of the points of your hips are facing the chair. And then lower the tailbone down to the ground. You should feel a nice lengthening through the front of your right hip. Now you can stay here in this shape if you like. Otherwise, I'm going to invite you to bring your hands to the chair. Tuck your back toes under. See if you can straighten the back leg. You can straighten the back leg, keep both hips facing forward. It's going to get a little strong. I want you to stay with the intention you set in class in the beginning. Bend the back leg so it hovers off the ground. Lengthen the tailbone and realign the hips to face forward, and then extend the leg back out. The entire thigh is engaged. Big left toe anchoring you down. You can stay here, otherwise take both arms up towards the ceiling. So the tailbone is long and we're lifting up and out of the lower back. For 3, for 2, and 1. Bring the hands back down to the chair. Lower the back knee down to the ground. Really nice. You can bring your hands down to the floor and swap your legs. Hands back up onto the chair. Knee and ankle are stacked over each other. Feel for the alignment of your hips. So the chair is a little prop. One, it's giving us stability. And second, we can focus our hips to face forward. That right hip draws back now, tailbone heavy. Remember, you can stay with your knee on the ground. Otherwise, join us on the journey with your hands on your chair. Tuck the back toes under and engage the leg out. Then I want you to feel for the arms raising. Maybe on this side you can hover the back leg off the ground without using your hands on the chair. Anytime you need the chair, it's there for you though. So we aren't throwing the lumbar spine out. There is definite length in the lower spine. Opening the front of that left hip for 2 and 1. Bring the hands down to the chair. Lower the back knee, untuck the toes. Really good. Bring both hands down to the floor. Wonderful. With your hands on the floor and your feet on the floor, bring your hands to the chair. From here, we're going to explore a back bend. This is a variation of downward facing dog. Body lands in between the arms as the hands are on the chair. I want you to feel for the length of your back and the knees are underneath the hips. Slide the shoulder blades down towards your hips. Now you can stay on the knees. If you'd like something a little stronger, lift the body back up and take your feet down to the earth, standing. And then feel for the same shape we were just doing. So this is a variation of downward facing dog. The upper spine is hammocking. There's a slight little engagement of the lumbar. Tummy draws towards the navel, lengthening out of the lower back. Roots of your feet pressing down into the earth. Beautiful. Now I want you to bring your big toes together. Have your big toes touching if you're standing. Draw your navel to your spine so there's some engagement of the abdominals. And then take your right leg off the floor, stretch it out behind you. If you point your toe, you can externally rotate the hip and the leg will go higher. What I want you to feel is both of your hips facing the earth. So instead, flex the foot so the toe's pointing down. Think about your outer right hip rolling towards the earth. So there's 4 lines of energy. Straight down, sorry, there's 3. Straight down and out to the side. And 1, bring the right foot down and we'll swap. Take the left leg out. Feel your quadriceps engage, the knees hug into their sockets. Explore the external rotation, pointing the foot, lifting the leg a little higher, and then flexing the foot and rolling the hips to face the mat. Good. 3 more breaths. It's a dynamic shape, energy going in 3 directions. 2 and 1. Bring the foot down to the floor. Walk your feet to the chair as you come to stand. Bring your hands down by your side. Pause for a moment, close your eyes. Feel your breath moving through your body. You might feel some tingling, rippling through the arms, the legs. Notice how stable your legs feel on the earth. Good. We're going to change it up a little bit. Bring your hands back onto the chair. Step your right leg back about a foot, maybe a foot and a bit. See if you can have both of your feet pointing forward as much as possible. If anything, your back foot might be out on a 45-degree angle. But we want both of the hips facing forward. Yeah. Keep the right heel on the ground, drawing the quads up into the hip sockets. Then I want you to bend forward from here. Now the chair is a guide for you. The chair can be exactly where it is now. You might want to shuffle it a little further forward for yourself. You can slide your hands down. Wherever you are, both of your feet are staying anchored on the ground. Maybe the hands can come down to the floor. Wherever you are, the back heel is heavy. And I want you to have a sense that you're pulling the mat apart with your feet and both of the hips are facing forward. Wherever you are. 3, 2, and 1. Walk your hands back up the chair. Step your right foot to the left and stand on both of your legs, palms by your side. One leg will feel really grounded and one leg will feel quite free. Feel for the difference in your body. And we're going to change sides. Use your hands on the chair for support. Step your left leg back about a foot and a half. Engage the quads. Left heel anchors down and both of your hips are facing forward. I'm not sure if you can see what I'm doing with my hips there. And then lengthening through the lower back, which means the tailbone is drawing down and the pubic bone is lifting up. Start to bring the belly forward. We're thinking about the tummy. Using whatever you need. You've got your hands here on the chair. Maybe they walk down. Maybe they come down to the floor. Using your strong legs like tree trunks, separating the mat. Three, 2, and 1. Bring your hands back up to the chair and walk yourself back up. Well done, everyone. Here, move your chair completely out of the way now. Come to stand on your own 2 feet. Notice what your legs feel like. Think about the beginning of class when we were sitting and we had roots pressing down from the body. Take a little bend in your knees and then with all of your might, press down with your legs firm. You might start to feel the legs slightly want to separate, the quads are engaged. And then soften that press and let the body stand without locking out your knees. For your chin, parallel over your pubic bone, the muscles on your shoulders are soft. Stand in this place of Tadasana, feeling the earth give you back energy. So it's no longer you pressing down. She's risen up to meet you and support you exactly where you are. We feel anchored in our body, yet spacious. Every time we twisted and lengthened, we made space inside the vertebrae and the discs to receive the breath. Nice. We're going to do 1 slow vinyasa to come down to the floor. Turn the palms open. As you breathe in, reach the arms out like a big Y shape. Peripheral vision of your eyes is where you can see the arms. Then as you exhale, bring the hands down through the midline, touching your forehead. Let this action curl your body down to the earth. Bend the knees as much as you need to touch the floor. As you inhale, look forward, straighten the legs, bring your hands to your shins. Exhale, fold, bring your hands down to the floor. Step back into downward facing dog. You can paw at the floor with your feet, your hands. Take a long full breath in. And as you inhale, bring your knees down to the ground. And with your knees together, toes together, sink your hips to your heels. Bring your forehead to the ground for child's pose. Your forehead on the ground or little fist so your forehead touches them. Feel the weight of your body on your legs, squeezing out the muscles, squeezing out any of the lactic acid that we've been building up. Feel the stretch of skin across your sacrum. The body swells open underneath its own weight. You might like to gently rock your forehead on the ground as you're breathing here. On your next inhalation, lift yourself back up, pivot onto your bottom, and lower yourself down to the floor. Bring your knees into your chest, give yourself a squeeze. And as you exhale, let your feet touch the earth. Stretch your legs away from you, stretch your arms out away from you. Walk your shoulders underneath your body as we move into Shavasana. Relax the tongue into the base of your mouth. Relax your eyes. Let your eyeballs feel like they're falling into your sockets. Relax your tongue into the base of your mouth. Let go of any breathing practices you may have been doing. Notice the sensations inside your body. Now you're welcome to stay in Shavasana for as long as you like. If at any time you'd like to come up out of Shavasana, you're welcome to wiggle your toes, your fingers. Stretch your arms and your legs, reach them up over your head. And then roll over to your favorite side as you press yourself up. Sitting into a comfortable position. As you're seated here, the base of your body is down deep into the earth. We've done some stretches into the hips to allow an external and internal rotation. Bring your hands to your heart. Feel the nape of your neck lengthen. Now I want you to imagine in your mind's eye a seed. And then feel the seed inside your hands as your hands are against your chest. What are you planting in your life? This seed is able to press itself down into the earth and open itself up, which from the outside would look like complete destruction, yeah? But inside that comes new life. What seeds are you planting? From here, bring your thumbs to your third eye for intuition and clarity. Bring your thumbs to your lips for kindness and truth. And bring your hands back to your heart for unconditional love, for others, but most importantly for ourselves. Such a pleasure to share time with you. Be tender and kind and graceful with yourself. And together we say Namaste. Thanks, ladies. Have a beautiful day now. Bye.